Hook. 0-100 to 0-15. What if I told you that one hamstring injury could unravel everything Argentina has built toward defending their World Cup title in 2026? Lionel Messi is hurt, and the clock is ticking. Story setup. 0-15 to 2 o'clock. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to SoccerVault, your daily destination for everything World Cup 2026. I'm your host, and today we are diving deep into the story that has the entire soccer world holding its breath. Lionel Messi, the greatest player to ever lace up a pair of boots, has been dealing with a hamstring issue that has raised serious alarm bells heading into what could be the final chapter of his legendary international career. Reports out of Inter Miami and the Argentine Football Association confirm that Messi has been managing discomfort in his left hamstring, forcing him to miss training sessions and raising questions about his availability for upcoming fixtures. Now here is why this matters beyond just one game or 1 month. Argentina's entire tactical identity, their pressing structure, their creative output, and honestly their emotional engine, it all runs through Messi. When he is on that pitch, Argentina is the number 1 ranked team in the world and the reigning back-to-back Copa America and World Cup champions. When he is not, they are a very good team that becomes suddenly very beatable. And with World Cup 2026 qualification and preparation ramping up across CONMEBOL, Argentina cannot afford any disruption to momentum. Every match from now until the summer of 2026 is a building block. So let's break down exactly what this injury means. Tactically, statistically, and strategically. Analysis. 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Let's start with the cold hard numbers because the data here is genuinely staggering. First stat. In matches where Messi completes 90 minutes for Argentina, the team wins 74% of the time. In matches where he does not start or exits early, that win rate drops to just 48%. That is not a supporting player gap. That is a franchise player chasm. Second stat. Messi has directly contributed to 41% of all Argentine goals in competitive international football over the last 4 years. Goals, assists, key passes that lead to assists. When you map the attacking flow of this team, nearly half of it traces back to his left foot. Third stat. Hamstring injuries in players over the age of 35 have a recurrence rate of approximately 30%. Within the following 6 months, according to sports medicine research published by FIFA's medical committee. Messi turned 37 this past June. That number should genuinely concern every Argentine fan. Now let's look at 2 very different schools of thought on this situation. On one side, you have the optimists. And honestly, there is a real case to be made here. Messi has shown throughout his career an almost supernatural ability to manage his body and return from setbacks stronger. Inter Miami's medical staff is world-class. He has a full pre-competition window available to him. Argentina's squad depth has also grown considerably, with Julian Alvarez emerging as a genuine world-class striker and Enzo Fernandez commanding midfield with authority. The optimist says this is a minor speed bump on the road to 2026 glory. But then you have the realist perspective. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Hamstring injuries are notoriously deceptive. Players rush back, re-aggravate the tissue, and what started as a grade 1 strain becomes a recurring nightmare that dogs them for an entire season. At 37, Messi's recovery timeline is simply not what it was at 27. His muscle fibers, his tendon elasticity, his overall physical resilience, all of it operates differently now. And here is the brutal truth that nobody in Buenos Aires wants to say out loud. If Messi suffers a significant hamstring tear between now and the summer of 2026, his World Cup participation becomes genuinely uncertain. That is not fear-mongering. That is physiology. The tactical implication is also enormous. Argentina under coach Lionel Scaloni runs a system that is essentially built around creating half spaces for Messi to receive between the lines. Without him, Scaloni has to fundamentally restructure how Argentina attacks. That takes time, repetitions, and tournament experience to get right. All things you cannot manufacture overnight. Predictions. 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Alright, here is where I give you my honest take. No hedging. No both sidesing it to death. I believe Messi will be fit for World Cup 2026. I genuinely do. But I think Argentina and Scaloni are going to be forced to make a decision in the next 6 months that they have been avoiding. They need to develop a functional attacking system that does not require Messi to be at 100% to work, not because he will be absent, but because relying on one 37-year-old man's hamstring as the load-bearing wall of your entire World Cup defense is an unacceptable strategic risk. My prediction: Argentina navigates CONMEBOL qualification comfortably with Messi playing reduced minutes through late 2024 and early 2025. Scaloni uses this period wisely, developing greater roles for Alvarez, Lautaro Martinez, and the emerging young wingers in the squad. By mid-2025, Messi returns to full intensity with a fresher body and a hungrier mindset than ever. And this is the bold call, I think Messi delivers one final World Cup performance that cements his legacy in a way that even Qatar 2022 did not fully complete. 3 goals, 2 assists, 1 more gold star. That is the movie I am writing in my head, and honestly the data does not fully contradict it. But, and this is a significant but, if this hamstring issue resurfaces 2 or 3 more times before March 2026, we need to have a very different and much harder conversation about whether Argentina should begin preparing for a World Cup without him. That conversation should start now in the background, even if we all hope it never needs to go public. CTA outro. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So here is the question I want you to answer in the comments right now. Can Argentina win the 2026 World Cup without a fully fit Lionel Messi? Drop your honest take below. I read every single comment and I will be pinning the best response from this video. If you are not subscribed to SoccerVault yet, hit that button right now because we are dropping daily World Cup 2026 coverage every single day. Between now and the tournament, squad analysis, qualifying breakdowns, injury updates, and predictions you will not find anywhere else. And stay tuned, because in our next video, we are looking at the team that might actually be the biggest threat to Argentina's crown in 2026. You might be surprised who it is. See you tomorrow.